G'day guys, just here with me Springfield 1903 A3, made by Remington in 1942, serial number there in the 3 millions. Yeah, so this rifle was made in 42, so that means it could have been carried in World War II, or in the post World War II wars or battles, I could say. But I think they were even issued in Vietnam to some US soldiers. So it's pretty amazing, the history of these firearms. Not saying that this one was carried, but you never know. It has been refurbished. I believe it's called James River Rifle Company in the US. So it's just been rebarreled and new furniture on it, so new wood, new stock. That's it. And then the metal, the receiver, bolt, sights, all the same, original. So yeah, it's a very beautiful gun. It's got a remake or a replica sling on there, exact same as what they would have carried. Would have been on the rifle in 42. It shoots a 30-06, which is a very powerful round. I believe the rifles were even sighted into 500 yards, which is it's out there. Shows you the power of the cartridge that it uses, and obviously the accuracy of the rifle. At the range, I've shot targets at 300 meters, and yeah, you're still holding low at 300 meters, which just shows you. And even the marksmanship of the men back then that carried these guns. So the gun holds 5 in the internal magazine, plus 1 in the chamber, so 6, which is some good firepower. The action and bolt is actually a Mauser action, which is pretty interesting. So it's a Mauser action, which is actually German, which is very interesting. The US were paying royalty to the Mauser brothers, I believe, while the Americans were fighting the Germans in World War II. So it's a bit crazy, isn't it? Yeah. There was actually a sniper designation of this exact rifle. Only difference is obviously it doesn't have the battle sights, peep sight or ghost ring sight, very similar to the M1 Grand. It just had a low powered scope on it, which is, I believe they just called the 1903 A4s, also on 30-06. The bolt is actually, it's got a few settings there. The top setting is you can open the bolt, and the bolt locks back behind the magazine follower. And that made the soldier aware that he was out of ammunition. So if he went to push his bolt forward, he can't do it. So that means he would have told him, alright, I need to put some more ammo in here, which he can put in via a stripper clip, which you can see the 2 little grooves here and here. 5-round stripper clips, I believe. I don't have any to show you, or a single load, obviously. Like I said, it's a 5-round capacity plus 1 in the chamber if you want. Or you can also you can push that down, push the receiver down, push the bolt forward, and you can change this little setting here. The middle setting allows you to remove and enter the bolt. Bottom setting is single fire. So if you're at the range and you want to just fire single fire, you can open the bolt, and the bolt then stops before the receiver finishes, allowing you to fire singly, and the bolt, you can still move the bolt without the follower blocking the bolt coming forward. So you can just load single round, fire, eject, single round. I guess that's just for your target shooting or whatever the occupation of that shooter is. Yeah, it's a pretty neat feature. Also, the safety on the far right, I think you can see there it says ready. So obviously, as you saw, the gun is unloaded, and I do not keep live ammunition anywhere near the action, and it's pointed a safe direction. You can fire the gun, fire. If you re-cock the gun, so it cocks on the open, so you can just pull him up, pull him down, and he's ready to go again. If you push it up, this means the gun will not fire. The trigger still moves, whereas modern firearms, they usually don't let you move the trigger. Will not fire, and you can still work the action. Whereas if you put it on the far right, as you can see there, it says safe. You cannot fire the gun, and you cannot manipulate the bolt. Locks the bolt closed. So you go over there. And like I said, this gun is what? It's about nearly 70 or over 70 years old. And even the trigger in this gun is better than some of the modern firearms I have, which is quite amazing. It's very tough and well built gun. Comes this back here. There's a little spot there for cleaning devices, rod and oils, which they would have carried in the field. This model also, from the previous model, comes with stamped metals, whereas the previous models were more milled parts, which this is still solid for today's, compared to some of today's firearms. The other difference is the rear sight is an aperture sight. As you can see there, it's just a peep sight. Like I said, very similar to the M1 Grand, which I think was far better to what the previous model had. It only had a tiny V-groove with the front post there, which is nice and skinny for long range shooting, which it's quite nice. You have the two sling attachment options, the further and the shorter. I prefer it back there. Your back option there, obviously. Your bayonet lug to receive the bayonet. Yes, it's a dream gun to shoot, very enjoyable, and like I said, the history behind it is incredible. I think I paid for this gun $1,400. Like it's pretty much a brand new gun. It's been rebarreled and new furniture on it, which is just beautiful. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed having a look at this old beauty. Yeah, have a good one, eh? Cheers.